Hello my friends, we're back with another episode of The Witcher. I think it's episode 7. Might not be, whatever, but today we're going to be killing the Griffin with Vesemir, who we're currently chasing. And look at him go. Insane. If I can run that well at 300 years old, I'll be a happy man. So this is the spot that Vesemir picked to ambush the Griffin. It's very nice. Very tranquil.
A stream, amber waves of grain, charming place. Perfect for an ambush.
I know how to choose them. So, ready?
Let's start. Wind's good. Bait's scent will spread quickly.
It's a sheep, innit? So what Vesemir's done here is he's bought a fake sheep and shoved some buckthorn up his arse.
So tell me, once we find Yennefer, what'll you do? Got your eye on a contract?
No. I'll go to Kaer Morhen.
Little early to settle in for the winter.
Snows are a way off, yes. And that's what worries me. Nilfgaard's crossed the Pontar in the east. Puts them maybe a week's march from Kaer Morhen. If they reach the valley before snows can cover the passes, well, we need to cover our tracks, hide our paths. Speaking of winter and wintering, think you'll come this year?
Maybe. Might bring a guest.
Talking about Yennefer? Probably. Yeah, so there we see a bit of Geralt not going to Kaer Morhen very often. And old Papa Vesemir
Let's go give it a warm
wants Geralt to come, but Geralt doesn't want to go. Fucking crossbow.
A crossbow.
Won it in a card game while you ran around.
Was that an implication that what I was doing was not worth my time?
How about that? Always lectured us on the evils, but you're a gambler yourself.
Stop talking. Got a Griffin to
Bantamere.
kill.
Fucking Bantamere. This is the first time we get a crossbow in The Witcher. But who cares? Fucking Griffin on the screen. Look at that shit.
Watch out!
And the crossbow, while we're here, is very useful for fights like this. Because, as you can see, the Griffin and other enemies like it, like wyverns, forktails, that kind of thing, they will, mid-fight, they will fly up into the air. And one of the ways you can bring them down, probably the best way you can bring them down, is with the crossbow. Or they'll, like you just did then, he'll land by himself. But if you want to bring him down on your terms, you can, when he's flying towards you, you can crossbow him. I wouldn't suggest shooting it when he's flying, like to the right or left of you, because you don't lead your targets in this very well. So you'll miss essentially if he's flying to the right or left. But if he's heading straight towards you, about to like pounce at you with his talons, then fire it then, and it'll hit him, and he'll just like smash him to the ground. And you can get a couple of hits on him. Not like that. You can also, I'm using controller, so crossbow is RB. There we go. So you can hold down the right bumper and go into that like aim mode. And I think it'll go slow motion for a few seconds. I'm not sure if that's some sort of a ability, or if it comes as soon as you get the crossbow. I think it might be the latter. So that can be useful. Because a lot of these flying enemies will be quick. So you'll always, absolutely always want to keep a Quen up while you're fighting this guy. Because they hit hard. And you'll always want to try and get behind them. And always avoid that, because that... I remember getting hit by that, and that hurts. That really hurts. Yeah, sometimes it can be beneficial to let Vesemir get a couple of hits in. Because sometimes the Griffin will aggro Vesemir, so it'll turn around and start attacking him instead of you. And Vesemir can't die like none of the NPCs can die in combat
Don't let it get away!
in games like this. So if you just let the Griffin attack him for a minute, you can maybe use a solar potion or eat some food or whatever, get your health back up, put a Quen sign up, you know, and then start attacking it again. It's good. Helpful little diversion. So in some fights like this, the enemies will fly off or run away, and they will head to a new area. And what you can do is use your Witcher senses to follow their sounds, follow their cries, and that will be highlighted in sort of a pulsating red orb when you're using Witcher senses, and you can go head towards that, and you'll find them again. Excuse me. So yeah, it's best to leave it until they're just about to hit you, until you use your crossbow. So look at that, jeez. That was about half health I was at, and it just one-shot me. So that's not pleasant. Missed. Damn. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, there we go. That was... You can see the little numbers appearing above the Griffin's head. That's a damage over time effect from my sword, and that means I poisoned him. That effect can also come into play when you've got effects on your weapon like bleeding or fire damage or ice damage or whatever. But it's usually quite rare in combat, with a 5% chance every time you hit to apply that effect. That's a nice dodge. There we go. So the Griffin, or Royal Griffin, is dead. Killed it very nicely. Just for future reference, I believe that Griffins are weak to odd. Well, they're definitely weak to crossbows.
Not bad. Not bad.
Grape shot, I think, as well. And
Some things.
God, might be Draconid oil. I think it's Draconid oil.
Upward
You might want to check that yourself.
It's too obvious. But more on that later. Take the Griffin's head to the Black Ones. I'll ready our horses. Meet me at the inn.
I'd like to say good job, Vesemir, but didn't really do much there, did you? Ah, there we go. So when you kill a big monster on this, when it's like this, when it's got a specific quest to kill it, you will get, these are usually Witcher contracts, you'll get their trophy, and there'll be a little cutscene like that play where Geralt chops off their head. And you can attach, as you can see there, you can attach the head of whatever creature you just killed to your horse, and that will give you benefits, which is down there that I'm looking at now, Griffin Trophy. It gives you... What am I looking at here? It gives you an effect. I didn't even see what it was, but I think the Griffin might be a 10% chance to dismember enemies, I think. And it gives you just sort of... Just a little boost with certain effects. There's one that gives 5% more experience when you kill non-humans. So, monsters. No, sorry, when you kill humans or non-humans. And one that gives 5% bonus experience when you kill monsters. So, you know, just little added extras that you want to be using. And if, like, you don't care about any of them, you could just go with the trophy that looks coolest on your horse, I guess.
What the hell is this?
Right.
You take me for a blind man or a fool? This grain is rotten.
I didn't know.
So, a fool. Damn it, you'll never learn. Military Codex, Article 2, Section 3. For the delivery of defective goods, 15 lashes with a knout.
Gee, make it so. Fucking Captain Picard over here.
No, by the gods, no!
Was that even Picard? I got no idea. My nerding is not good enough. Yep. Bron's a bit of a dick as we've just seen.
I extended a hand to these people. They spat on it.
Could it be because it
That's,
helped the sword
you know,
that killed their loved ones?
Might have something
A
to do with it.
moralist. And what would you do in my stead?
Oh, cutting
Be
banter.
your stead.
Tell me
Cutting
why you've
banter.
come.
Fulfilled my end of the bargain. Your turn. Where'd Yennefer go?
To Vizima.
She was a day's ride from here the whole time.
You also.
Under my nose. Might have said so.
Yes, I might have. But you would not have killed the griffin. Tit for tat. Halt! We are not done. It's yours, this gold. I would not want you to say you were inadequately compensated.
I don't get this. I've had people tell me that they didn't take this gold as a fuck you to this guy, but I don't get that. Like, it's money. Take the money. Like, what is there some sort of moral issue with not taking the money of a guy who's just whipped another guy? Like, what? I don't understand. Someone might have to explain that to me in the comments if you want. Like, I genuinely don't get it. It's probably me just being a bit dumb, but you know,
Show me we.
I always take the money, and that's just part of my role-playing Geralt. But even in real life, like, I don't. If a guy that I was fulfilling a contract for was a dick, I'd still take his money
So long.
because I just fulfilled a contract
Are you here
and
to
did a job.
spy?
Like, I'm not sure what the issue is, but please, yeah, if you've got a minute, I'd be happy to hear what your explanation for that might be. Oh yeah, so here we're making one of the swords, one of the special Witcher swords, and this is the blacksmith in White Orchard that can make swords. This would got enough guarding garrison.
So long.
Viper steel sword.
Are you here to
Shop. So long.
Cool. So that is that done. Oh, great. Yeah, here I want to see like if I could somehow get in there and stop this, because it's kind of,
Please, no more.
it's not great. It's not great. So I'm just like, that door was locked, and I just wanted to see if I could, like, because in games they never, when someone goes off into a back room and the door closes behind them, and they never show what's going on inside that room, because obviously it's, they're modelling things and they're like spending time creating things that they don't need to because it's not actually meant to be seen. So I wanted to see if they had actually took the time to create this whipping scene, but I don't think they did. And it's over now anyway. I think that was the door opening. Or it could have been that door opening. I don't know. But I also wanted to see if I could get in there and stop it as well, because, you know, we don't like that. But no. Yeah, so we're pretty much done in White Orchard now. We've done all the points of interest. We have done all the main quests. We've got to speak to Vesemir. And all there is to do now is talk to Tamira about her friend Claire, who was involved with the Witcher contract at the well. The devil at the well quest. Devil in the well? Devil by the well? There was a devil and there was a well. The one with the night wraith, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes?
Listen, ever heard of a woman named Claire? Lived around here?
Heard of her? A mild way to put it. Claire was a friend. The only person dear to me in all of White Orchard. Until her husband, Volker, quarrelled with the lord of the manor. He then gathered the family, moved out into the woods to start a new settlement. The lord and his retinue rode there to convince them to return. They were to be civil. No forcing, no bloodshed, but...
Okay, so
word is Claire said
the
something
lord
about
of the
Lord
manor of the area
Sultan.
was a dick.
Something that
So
made
Claire
them
and her
feel
husband
so-
Volker pissed off out of the village to get away from the lord, and they started that new settlement that we saw at the well. That was that village.
Tis
Then
in every
the lord of the
village,
manor went there
even the
and was like,
smallest.
no, fuck you guys,
You
come
need
back.
only ask.
And then
But let's
Claire
not
was
be
like,
material.
oh mate, your son's gay.
Here,
Because
it's
for some
yours.
reason that's, well, it's like 1240 or whatever, so that would be an issue back then. So the lord gets pissed off and burns down their village, and that's
Yes?
what happened in that quest.
Farewell.
So it's really cool, I think, that all the characters and all the quests in the White Orchard are interconnected like that. Like we were speaking with Mislav last episode, he's involved. Just gotta get another shot of that Tamiros, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, the only disappointing thing for me in that whole quest line was that woman in there, the one that we gave the swallow potion to a few episodes back. What's her name? Lena. She never gets out that bed. Like, my first playthrough of the game, I was talking to Tamiros, and she just like barged through the door and walked right behind us, and she was meant to be in bed, like dying. This was right after I gave her the swallow potion.
You're ugly.
So it's bugged, but I would have liked to see, because it's been a few days. It's been a couple of days now, I imagine, since I gave her that potion, and that's how long ago it said it would take. So I would have liked to have seen some sort of effect with Lena. Maybe see her get back to full health, or if that wasn't the way things went, maybe see what happened to her when she didn't. But no, we don't really get to see anything, which is a bit disappointing. But that's just how it was. So
Yennefer's in Vizima. Got a few friends there, so... Something wrong?
Look around. Trouble brewing.
he's got like a slice of cheese just on a plate next to him. Yeah, it's just straight up a slice of
Who are
cheese.
they?
Patriots, drinking their 7th round for Temeria. Fist starting to itch.
Don't see any Nilfgaardians.
They'll find another foe. I'll buy some provisions for the journey. Then we'll go.
I sense a bar fight.
We should stay out of it. Just this once.
As does Vesemir.
What happened to the
Oh
lilies?
Jesus. There we go.
Took him down.
Took them down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the
Reasonable.
town down.
Maybe it's true what they say.
Escalated extremely quickly
You Nilfgaard's whore.
to Nilfgaard's Hall.
I'll let that pass. I know grief
Reasonable,
eats at
if
your
not
heart.
slightly catty.
You know shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out the cloister.
Suddenly got
for us
extremely
to
real.
dog. Said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition. That they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you,
Oh dear.
do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would
Oh.
have choked on its native
Oh dear.
son. You owe your son to
Let
my sister
go.
attending to the birth, and you don't fear the gods.
Oh, she's reaching for a knife.
You don't
Oh,
fear it,
God.
you cunt.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'd say that was,
Let me be.
yep. Yep. Great, well done.
Recognize
This is so dumb.
You know what it means. Back off.
You alright?
What? Like,
Still young'uns.
what?
That's true. What the Emperor promised you freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
People are fucking stupid.
All of it. We ain't going nowhere.
Of course not.
And
It looks like these guys are lined up quite well. Maybe,
they won't back down.
maybe I
now.
could hit them all with an Igni sign or something. I don't know. Or roll through them, apparently. Sure, that I guess that works too. They're still lined up pretty well. Well, there it is. I mean, fair enough. Like, they started it. Maybe, look, maybe
Alright, it's over.
I don't want to pick holes. Maybe you could have taken it outside. Just, yeah, maybe you could have just taken it outside.
See his
This-
face. God save us.
You know, I mean, he literally just chopped off men's
Don't
heads
ever come
inside
back.
this woman's inn. Is she ever going to do business again? Probably not. Like,
So much for not getting involved.
I probably also should have just set it alight with that Igni as well. So I mean, that that was kind of Geralt's fault. Although, you know, they did start it.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
That's not enough, Guardian. Oh shit, boys!
Excuses, excuses.
You've not changed a bit.
Yen?
There we go.
How?
Look at that emotion.
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you, looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but well, you know me. Patience has never
Great.
been my strong suit.
Thanks.
It's good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
I don't know.
Sorry.
She's into
I
it.
wasn't expecting to see you. To be honest, this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
How did you imagine it?
You didn't imagine you'd have a Nilfgaardian escort. Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an
I agree.
explanation.
And I shall provide it. In Vizima. Ready your horses.
Could just like tell us now. I mean,
We can talk here. Some charming orchards nearby. In bloom even, so you almost can't smell the
that's
corpses.
banter. Or maybe that's flanter.
Tempting proposition.
I'm not. I think that was
Sadly,
flanter.
I must say no. You see, someone awaits you in Vizima. Someone who doesn't like to be kept waiting. Emperor Emir var Emrys. Or, to those on more intimate terms with him, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Doubt I number among that group. For as I remember, last time we saw each other,
I don't know when that was.
Well,
I'm sorry.
now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't refuse.
I didn't, though I could have.
Fine. Guess I'm willing to hear him out.
The Emperor of Nilfgaard, Lord of Metina, Ebbing and Gamera, Sovereign of Nazaire and Vicovaro will feel honored, I'm sure.
Cutting. Cutting sarcasm.
I'm going in the opposite direction.
That hurt me.
No doubt the Emperor's invitation mentioned me. Besides, I've got things to do at Kaer Morhen, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Thanks for your help, Vesemir. See you soon.
How's your horse?
Oh, the swiftest.
Swift?
Can't complain. Why do you ask?
Did you really just ask me how Roach is? Like, do you want to hear how Roach is? Because I mean, I can tell you. Like, if you've got 2 hours, like, please. Oh, bromance. Well, fuck it. That's White Orchard. That's that done. Good ending. Good prologue.
You know, I had a dream about you recently.
Knowing you is
Flanter.
probably filthy.
Just the beginning. But then,
But then,
That wasn't really filthy. He just like put like a weird thing in his bath. More dodgy than filthy. That's it. Nilfgaard shite, mate. Oh. Cool. So there's so many things in that cutscene. I'm not gonna have time to explain them all. That was the Wild Hunt, the main sort of antagonist group of the game. Fuck them, they're dicks. I'm sure we'll talk about them more in the future. The other thing I wanted to talk about was that was Jennifer using magic. Now, magic has different elements. Like, it's pretty similar to the fantasy archetype. It's like there's fire, water, earth, and air. And different sorcerers utilize different elements. So Yennefer, as we just saw, used like a lightning spell to blow up that bridge. So she is a air sorceress. Triss, who we haven't seen yet, I don't think. No, we haven't seen Triss yet in The Witcher 3. She's a fire sorceress, so she uses fireballs and other fire-related shiznix.
It must suffice.
And yeah. It goes like that.
Think Emir cares if I'm clean.
The gentleman will refer to His Imperial
fuck
Majesty
this
by his
guy.
full title or not at all.
This guy's... Oh, I don't like this guy.
Gentleman will be
Oh, the
seated
Bergère.
now.
No,
What now?
In that chair.
fuck you and your Bergère.
Cutwin, please shave the gentleman's sideburns to half an inch.
I was so pissed off. I was so pissed off the first time I played this game. When I heard he was shaving me. Nah. Fuck him.
What's wrong with my beard? Always
Touch
thought
my
it added
fuck-
to
no.
my dignity.
No.
It does.
Don't touch my beard.
Yet it also
Fuck off.
detracts from your elegance.
He's a Witcher!
In Nilfgaard, we consider
What's he care about elegance?
hard on the eyes. Especially beards.
Think a fucking rock troll's gonna give a shit about how elegant he looks. Fuck off.
Fine. Do your thing.
Tilt your head back, please.
Great.
Sit still.
And prepare to answer some questions.
General, I am not
We
sure
don't
that
like this
is
guy
the
either.
appropriate time.
I can't think of a better time. Men turn
Just hate his
honest
accent.
when they feel a blade at their
And his face, like... Shut the
Morvran
fuck up.
Voorhis,
He sounds like he's about
commander of
16.
the Alba Division. Before they take you in to see the Emperor,
I bet he was a dick as a kid, this guy.
information I need you to verify. It's a formality.
Right.
But
This,
one that
while
must
we're
be seen.
taking the piss out of this guy,
Sure.
at the start of the game, when you're creating a new game, you will have the option to simulate a Witcher 2 save if you don't have a Witcher 2 save file on your PC. I just switched PC, so I didn't have a save file. But it'll give you the option to simulate one. And if you press yes, this twat will ask you a bunch of questions about what you did in The Witcher 2. And this, depending on what you say, this will have an effect on events that will take place in this game.
Full test ordered me to clear the path. The boy stood in my
So there'll be things that happen that wouldn't have happened if you hadn't have answered that question. I'm going to cough again. Yeah, excuse me. God. So yeah, when you're starting a new game, you'll want to, I imagine, simulate the Witcher 2 save, so you can get this.
You then found shelter in charming Flotsam, and from there made
Yes.
your way to Vergen. My question
Burnham Roach, mate. I think. Yeah.
I got out of Flotsam with Vernon Roach, commander of the Blue Stripes, and
Fuck
a
off.
murderer of non-humans. We know this gentleman well.
Burnham Roach is my G.
Forge
Alright.
interesting alliances.
something tells me my most interesting is yet to come. Go on, next question. Before
Banter.
my beard grows back in.
We shall shave
Double
your
banter.
beards. Very well. The infamous summit
Mhm.
at Loch Muir
We've spoken about this a few times.
were there, and once again meddled in the affairs
He
of the
does
White.
that. Right. So as I mentioned in episode 1,
I see it.
we don't like Triss,
Friend, rescue
so
child.
we didn't save Triss in
Anais
Witcher 2.
was not just any
Well,
child.
we didn't save Triss first
She
in
was
Witcher
a
2.
pawn in a game you did not understand. You and Roach did not rescue her at all. At most,
Essentially what he's been asking
you
about
moved
here
her from
is,
one edge of the
first of
world
all,
to the other.
what happened at the siege of Lavalette Castle, which is right at the start of Witcher 2. In that you
started a war.
are helping King Foltest
So do us both a favor
with
and
his
solve
siege
one
on the
question.
castle, and in the final battle of that tutorial area,
I'm afraid
you
I
can
might
choose to
find
either
that
kill
Because
or let
from what I
the
know,
young baron of that castle called Arian Levelet live or die. I chose to kill him. Then he was talking about Flotsam and how I got out of Flotsam. Flotsam is the first area in.
I watched her get in
It's the
there,
White
so-
Orchard of the Witcher 2.
but ultimately freed her from the
There you
trap
do
the
some.
old man left
You meet the
with
Scoia'tael for the
said,
first time. You do some quests with Vernon Roach, leader of the Blue Stripes, which is
"Make
a
sure the paperwork's in
sort
order
of
now."
elite band of the Temerian army. Then at the end of that you kill the Karen, which is like a Kraken that's been terrorizing the village, with Sheila de Tanserville. Then you can choose to either bugger off to Vergen with the Scoia'tael and Yorlith, their leader, or you can choose to bugger off to a Kebweni army camp with Vernon Roach, and I chose Vernon Roach. Then at the Kebweni army camp, you... Right there is like the curse with all the spectres on the battlefield, like I was talking about earlier, and you help King Henselt with various things. He's a dick. Then after that you go to Lochmuin and get to see the Conclave of the Mages, and shit gets fucked up there. I think that's everything he was talking about. I only mentioned Letho as well. Letho of Gullet, who you can help or kill at the end of the game in Witcher 3. You find out that he's the one that's actually been assassinating all these kings, but he tells you a story of how he found Yennefer, actually, and looked after her, because she'd lost her memory too. And he basically tells you how much of a fucking bro he's been for the whole period of time before The Witcher 2. So I decided that because he was such a bro, looked after my girl, that I want to let him live, because Brotho is best Letho, and I let him go. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm sure we'll be talking a bit more about that in the future. Bants.
We do not like garish colors in Nilfgaard.
I can see.
The gentleman will tell me once he has chosen an outfit.
Alright, great. And that's about it, I think, today. Yep, cool. So, I'll see you next time. We'll be chatting more shit about The Witcher. So yeah, see you later.